every time. Today we're gonna make keto zucchini bread. It's the end of the gardening season in my area, and lots of people have tons of zucchini, and this is a good way to use it up. It's not a good way. It's an amazing way. It is so good. So I got this recipe from Joy Filled Eats, but shocker, I had to change a few things because I feel like my version's better. I'll put a link to the original recipe in the show notes, and I'll put my recipe in also. Right now I'm getting ready to do the suckiest part of this procedure. Parchment paper lining these little bread pans, and then you spray them with avocado oil. And just getting this stuff to fit is just, it's not my favorite. And I kind of fold the parchment paper a little bit so that it kind of stays put. I don't care if it flops up over the top, that's fine. Doesn't hurt anything. If you guys know a better way to do this, please let me know, because Lord have mercy, it's just tedious to me and fiddly, and I don't like tedious and fiddly. So I just kind of measure with the bottom of the pan. And when I say kind of measure, I'm kind of measuring. There's nothing accurate about this. I just want the least amount of area, pan area, where the bread can stick. Probably better if I slip that under. Sure, slip it in. I'll show you in a second. All right, so this will probably fall out as I'm doing this, but I'm gonna try to hold it in. So see, so the corners are basically the only parts that stick. It's a non-stick pan. Something about keto cooking says sticky regardless, so it is what it is, right? So these are 8-inch loaf pans. I like the 8-inch loaf pans for this recipe because the bread is thicker then. I used a 9-inch for the very first time that I made this, and the bread was a little bit thinner than I liked. Tastes fine, I just prefer it a little bit thicker. So I'm using a smaller bread pan. Now, this recipe is so good that this is the 4th and 5th loaf that I've made in 3 weeks. And did I share some? Yeah, a little. I mean, literally a little. Like maybe a third of a pan I shared. So it's good. And I try not to eat that much almonds. So this is a double batch, and there's going to be 2 cups of almond flour in this batch. I feel like there's more animal products in here because we've got sour cream, cream cheese. I'll talk about that later. It's supposed to be sour cream. I didn't have enough. I don't feel like going to the store. I'm sure cream cheese is going to be fine. We'll see. So there's sour cream. So sour cream, butter, a lot of eggs. So it's pretty heavily animal based, I think. I'm pretty sure that the cream cheese situation is not gonna disappoint me. All right, and then we take this to the sink and give it a spray. Don't fold up on me. Oh, see, don't fold up on me. What'd I just say? Stop. God dang it. Stay. Okay. Honestly, you're probably supposed to, I think you're probably supposed to, with the breezes, supposed to spray the bread pans first so that the parchment paper sticks to that. That would make sense. But you know, it's always just a little bit of a shit show in my kitchen, so there's that. All right, come on, just don't fold up. Oh my God, and don't drop it. What I like to do is, the recipe doesn't say this, but I like to combine all of my dry ingredients together and then kind of whisk it around so that they're incorporated properly. You don't get like a random chunk of maybe baking powder in a bite. Ooh, that would suck. Or a big hit of cinnamon. That would suck less. So we're going to do our dry ingredients first. So the recipe calls for 1 cup of almond flour. This is double batch, so I'm gonna put 2 in. I'm supposed to have all my shit together, mise en place, and I'm super failing at that. Here we go. So 2 cups of almond flour for a double batch. If I can get this open, really. I'm not packing it in here, I'm just kind of lightly pushing it in. And kind of scraping off the top. Oh, okay. 1 cup of coconut flour. I think this adds the best flavor. I'm doing it, I don't care. Smells so good. I already have my oven preheated, but that sounded right. I already have my oven preheated. I feel like I'm trying so hard in these videos now that I've kind of lost a lot of my personality that I had in my original videos where I'm like messing up and cursing and all the things. Oh well. Let's see, what else? A tablespoon of baking powder. That seems like so much to me, but it is what it is. Ooh, hey. I hope I have enough. Ooh, might be using all my baking powder. We got a little teeny bit left. Okay. I'll put that on the list. So now I'm going to take a whisk and whip this up a little bit. Wait. So she does not have salt on in her recipe. Come on. And no disrespect, but a pinch of salt. That was a generous pinch. I'm not afraid of salt. I love salt, especially when you're baking. It brings out the flavor so well. Okay. So just mix it up, knock out all the lumps and bumps, most of them. We're gonna do the liquid ingredients and the sweeteners in that thing, in my KitchenAid. Wait, this is a dry ingredient. Oh, look who's so low on cinnamon. Oh, that should work. Whew. So she has 1 teaspoon, nope, she has 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So that means 4. I don't think I have 4. Let's see if we have, that's fine. Oh my goodness. See, I've been making so much of this, I've just run myself out of all my ingredients. I just feel like when you combine things with a whisk, especially your spices, it really gets into the entire loaf of bread and not just parts of it. See, the whole bit of this changed color now. Okay, now, this should be fun. Let's move this over here. Cat hair, cool. Okay, well, is this gonna get in the way? No, because I'm gonna try to film it. Nice. Nice. So I'm making sure that this is all soft and kind of incorporated. Hopefully that's even remotely in frame. So I wonder if I should do my eggs first. Not gonna. I like easy, so we're gonna just try to make this as easy as possible. Sorry that can't really show that because, I mean, I'm scraping a bowl. What do you actually need to see? And then 6 eggs. Butter. Oh, pour that right in my mouth. Get all those delicious butter solids. I can't do that left-handed. I just don't have the skills, people. Vanilla. How much vanilla? 2 teaspoons. One plus some extra. 2 plus some extra. That's one thing I like about this, and I think it might even be keto cooking in general, is that it's not as, doesn't have to be as precise as, all right, so I'm gonna mix up the wet ingredients first. Did I get everything? You know I gotta double check because I'll mess some stuff up in a heartbeat. Let's get this mixed up. I probably should use the whisk thing, but guess what? I don't even know where that is. Oh yeah, we gotta do sugar. Let's give it something to grab hold of with some sugar. What do we got? 1/3 cup of 1/3 cup of granular sweetener. Oh, that's gross. So that means you need 2/3. That's probably super confusing. I am too sorry, but definitely go back to the actual recipe in the show notes. 1. Oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen. 2. And so she calls for molasses in her recipe. I'm not digging around with a little, what, how much molasses? 1/2 teaspoon of molasses. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna use brown, can you see that? Brown Lakanto sweetener. So also, 1/3 cup times 2. Remember, this is a double batch. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Lock, load, go. Slowly start adding our almond flour mixture till we get it all mixed in. Do you have to do it slow? Nope. I ate my last piece of this last night and I was so sad. So I'm like, I'm doing this video today. Although, I'm gonna give one of these loaves of bread away. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, that looks awesome. Now we are going to scrape down the sides. Where's my scraper? Here it is, got stuff on it. I don't care. Scrape this unit down. Oh yeah. Oh, we gotta get, let me take this off. And these things you have to get way down at the bottom. Otherwise, there could be a little bit of stuff that's missed. Yep, because I could even see it when I did that. You gotta get in there. See that streak? Can you? I don't even know if you can see the streak. This is what sucks about filming alone. But my little YouTube channel cannot afford help. And by the way, you guys, thank you very much for all of my subscribers and my new subscribers. I am over 500, which shocks me, and I think it's amazing. And now if I can just get my watch hours up, YouTube will actually give me a little bit of money for doing what I do. And here's why, okay, not that that matters, but here's why it's helpful. It is a bit of an incentive to do what I do and to keep doing what I do because, wow, I almost put that in my mouth. Because it is a lot of work to film these videos. Really? There we go. A lot of work. Okay, so she calls for 1 cup of shredded zucchini. I want 1.5 cups for a single batch, but we're doing a double batch here, so I'm gonna put in 3 cups of zucchini. Look at that, looks delicious. I guess I'm just gonna do this. I got some zucchini, and I don't like pack it in there as I just packed it in. Okay, so 1. This is from my friend's garden because I didn't grow zucchini. Every time I try to grow zucchini, I get some kind of disease and I get like 1 zucchini out of it and then we're done. This gives you the most moisture content. She says in her recipe to make sure that you get all of the juices from your zucchini, from your shredded zucchini. That's literally like not even enough to worry about in here. I can't even show you. Can I? I mean, that might be a teaspoon. Don't put it in then. Not even a teaspoon. That was like a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. Whoa. To mixing. Just gonna mix this a little bit. Whoa, slow it down, sister, slow it down. Okay, I gotta scrape it down again. This is kind of a lot for the size of mixer that I have, but that just is what it, please don't fall out of the bowl. That just is what it is. Okay, scrape down the sides again. Get that bottom area. Okay. Bottom. And we are almost done, you guys. Woohoo! Get it in the oven, get this whole house smelling good. Do you guys do these little tricks? I can't stand cords around my house, like hanging out. Is that in frame? So I take these, you can get these off of Amazon, these little cord keeper things, and I roll it up and then tuck it all nice and neat in the back. Really? It's a little fiddly, but see, I like that. So to me, this is the trickiest part, is to get this split up equally into 2 loaf pans. This equally in the pan. This is what it looks like. Yum. I think I'll just go scoop by scoop, I guess. Oh man, I can't believe how good this smells. No, thank you. All right, so then you smooth it out to look more like an actual loaf of bread. I don't want a bunch of air gaps in there. So I'm kind of pushing down as I do this, as I'm shaping the top. Get in those corners. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just, you don't want to hand somebody a slice of zucchini bread and have a big ass hole in it. I'll be like, look, I'm gonna need another slice. I don't mind if the top is kind of crusty, you know, like not perfectly smooth, because it actually adds a little bit of, not burned, but these little parts that stick up get a little bit more done than the rest, and so it just adds a nice little texture and flavor, so I'm down with that. Okay, so into the oven for 50 to 55 minutes. A better idea is to move your oven racks before you get ready to put your shit in the oven. And I bet you that's a lovely look on camera. Ugh, okay, done. And here we go. Maybe we'll try this lovely look. 1, as we let out all the heat, and 2. All right, timer. 50 minutes. Okay, the bread's out of the oven. I did not really let this cool as well as you should. That's why it's kind of falling apart. Once it cools fully, it doesn't crumble like it did here. You would store this in the refrigerator and cut off what you need. Pop it. I put a lot of butter on mine, like frosting level of butter. Pop it in the microwave for, you know, a few seconds just to warm it up a little bit, and then enjoy. So now I want to do a little taste test to see if there's a big difference between using what the recipe calls for, sour cream, and in my situation, because I'm lazy, using sour cream and a cream cheese mix. Let's see. And I just ate lunch and I am not even hungry, but I love this bread so much, it's not even funny. This is really good. If you can stick to the original recipe, do that. I can't really tell unless I did a side-by-side taste whether or not there's any difference. Oh man. I feel like I should make I have to talk with my mouth full. I feel like I should make a cup of coffee and on this rainy afternoon, just, whoops, sit and enjoy it. My lighting is just jacked up. And these little crumbly bits on top. This is delicious. I hope you give it a try. Let food be that medicine, and I'll see you in the next video.